computer. Yeah, well, I'm going to
It says recording.
Yeah, all right, so I'm going to mute everybody. So we will have a time for questions at the end. I don't know that I can answer every question, but Robin is here tonight with us. So if there's something I can't answer, or one of the other leaders who knows the answer to the question, that would be awesome. But yes, if you have questions, save those for the end. There'll be a time when we can chat about some things. And there is going to be an ebook that I'm going to upload to everyone tonight, and I'm recording this as well. So if you feel like watching it again, you can. I was going to say one other thing. Nope, I think that was it. So let me start my screen share here and see if I can get this to work. Oops. Hold on. I want to share. All right, let me see. Are you guys seeing that? Sorry, you're all muted and I'm asking you a question. It's kind of silly. Let me have you answer a question. All right, I'm going to move you guys. I'm on 2 screens here. So I'm going to move you guys onto my other screen so I can still see some of you. Okay. Put your thumbs up if you can can you see me too? You can see me and you can see the PowerPoint. All right, fantastic. So tonight what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about self-care, and that could mean many different things, but I'm really going to zero in on three different things tonight. So as Robin said earlier in her video, if you heard her video today promoting tonight, you can't pour an empty cup. You have to take care of yourself first. And I think now more than ever, we're pouring like crazy with the kids learning in school, not being at our regular jobs, not in our normal environments. It's just been kind of crazy, kind of stressful. And we really have a tendency as women, I think, to really put ourselves on the back burner. I mean, even if you're not a mom, at your workplace, you may be the last one through the buffet line because you want to make sure that everybody else has had something to eat. So that's just kind of how we are. We're nurturers, we're caregivers, and we often forget about ourselves. And I know for me, if I don't feel good about myself, if I don't like take a shower or exercise, or if I don't do things for myself, I just feel really blah. I don't feel good. And when I don't feel good, then I emotionally feel depressed and I get sad. So it kind of, self-care is something that we have to think about. Everybody needs to be doing it. And some people, it's very simple to do. You don't have to go to extremes. So tonight we're going to kind of talk about what that looks like and how you can start incorporating that. So there are a lot of different myths about self-care. A lot of people might think, well, it's just an indulgence for some people. I can't do that. Well, that's really kind of a misconception, and that's part of where we have to kind of change our mindset a little bit. And I know for myself, I can do a lot of negative talk. So it's kind of rearranging our thoughts and trying to focus on more positive things and behaviors that are going to support us and encourage us, rather than things that are going to put us down and make us feel bad about ourselves. And some people think that it might be really selfish. Well, it's not selfish at all. If you don't take care of yourself, it's really hard to care for other people. And I don't want my kids to feel like I'm moping around the house all the time, or I'm in a bad mood, or I have a short temper, or for my husband, I don't want to be like gloom and doom all the time. I want to be upbeat. I want to be supportive. I want to be encouraging. So I know that when I take care of me, that's helping my whole family, because then I can better take care of them. And when I'm resting, when I'm exercising, I actually have more energy to do all the things I have to do, because we all know how to multitask. We do it all day long. And sometimes we have to tone it down. We really have to think about how we can just slow down and take a minute. Another misconception might be that it's only a one-time experience. Well, to be honest, it should become an ongoing practice. We should be practicing self-care in some form or other pretty much every day. And sometimes you can do like a little more in depth, if you want to read or have a meditation or a yoga time or take a bath or whatever it is. It's something that you can start baby stepping as far as doing it more than one time. And again, another myth would be that it takes a lot of time. And I'm going to show you some simple ways tonight how it's really not time consuming. It does require a bit of consistency, and it does require a little bit of a plan. But as an ongoing practice and we start doing things, it becomes a routine. I don't remember the statistic, but I think it's like 21 days before you actually can form a habit. So at least with my oils, I know that I can't hide them. I have to have them in front of me in different stations around the house to remind me, oh yeah, let me diffuse. When the kids are studying in the dining room, I need to be diffusing things to help them to focus and concentrate. I even put it in here in the office for Mark when he's during the day. At night, to help the boys go to sleep. It's all over my bathroom. So if it's out there in front of me, it just makes it so much simpler. And some of you may not know, but I used to be a teacher, an English teacher, for 10 years. And so, of course, I have to look up words. So self-care is a noun. And I just wanted to read this because I thought it was really cool. It says, the practice of taking an active role in protecting one's own well-being and happiness, in particular during periods of stress. And we all understand that to the max right now with the world we're living in. We're stressed to the max, to be honest. So when we take care of ourselves, then we can start taking care, of others as well. So it's something that we need to kind of prioritize. So tonight, what I'm going to focus on is I'm really going to focus on the importance of hydration. And then I'm also going to be talking about skin, particularly your face, but your skin in general, and hair. And finally, we're going to end with our mouth. So I actually have a dentist appointment tomorrow, and I'm a little scared because I have one tooth that's kind of been bothering me, and I'm just afraid. And I missed my appointment earlier because I had one in, I think, February, and I couldn't get it, so I'm behind. So we'll find out tomorrow how well I've been taking care of my gums. So hydration. So a lot of you, I know it's really hard during the day to drink a lot of water. For one, I don't like getting up and going to the bathroom like every 15, 20 minutes because sometimes that's what happens. But it's really, really important to stay hydrated. The recommended amount is half of your weight in ounces. That seems like a lot, but if you can even hit close to that target, you're in the right direction. You're going in the right direction. So I looked up some information about water. And as a verb, it means moisture. So, and to me, water is kind of like your magic cream. I'm going to list some things that water does for you. You say, why do I have to drink water all the time? What's the big deal? So here are some things that water can do. It regulates your body temperature. It can lubricate your joints. So if you suffer from joint pain, you need to drink some more water. It prevents infections because you are flushing out toxins in your body, prevents infection. It also helps to deliver the nutrients to your body and your vital organs. So your whole body and all of your organs are so happy when you're drinking water because all the nutrients are getting to where they need to be. And lastly, it improves your sleep quality, your mood, and your cognition. So all those things can be accomplished if we're faithful with our water. Now, I bought myself a 24-ouncer here, and it's stainless steel inside because when you put oils in your water, which I'm going to share here, you can see on the slide, they're adding a drop of lemon to their 4 ounces of water. But when you're using oils, which is a fantastic way to get your water, I know that I didn't love water so much, but now that I know that I can put oils in it and it's safe to do that, the citrus oils, I put them in every day and I switch it up. So citrus oils are great. You want to use a glass container or you want to use something that is metal because the oils are so powerful that they'll eat through your plastic. And I know that firsthand because when I first got my brand new Tervis cup, those Tervis cups you can get from Bed Bath & Beyond with your favorite team on it. Yeah, ate through that, messed the whole inside up and the straw. So I probably should be using a metal straw, but I actually do change my straw periodically so that if it starts to eat it, I don't want to eat plastic. So, but one way, as you're using hydration and drinking your water, again, you can use doTERRA's essential oils. They have a fact supplement on the back that lets you know that it's safe to ingest. And that is most of the citrus oils, like lemon or grapefruit, or tangerine, or clementine, or lime. I mean, there's a whole grouping of oils to try that are fantastic to help you to get the water that you need. So that's the beginning of starting using oils just simply in your water every day. That's a great first step. So if you've never really done that before, that would be something you could start as a habit every day. Another thing is using them in your personal care because they are very pure and they're safe. I love doTERRA's oils. They are the #1 oil company in the world. And doctors, if they have to choose between oil groups, if they're going to use them, they go to doTERRA because doTERRA, they test their oils, third-party testing, and they post the results of their test, so it's not a secret. There's nothing hidden. There's no toxins or anything to it. I think someone the other day when I was showing someone a bottle of peppermint, and they said, "Oh, so what's in that bottle of peppermint?" And I said, "Peppermint?" I said, "It's peppermint. It's 100% peppermint. They take that plant, they crush it, they distill, they put it in there." I think that's just one that they distill. But yeah, it's plant-based, it's natural, it's pure, and it's very safe to use. So, and it's super easy to incorporate in your daily routine. Like I just said, 1 or 2 drops in your water. I think I maybe put about 3 in here, but like I said, you can gradually work up to what you like, and it's whatever flavor you like. And also, it only, you know, there's a couple other things. It has aromatic benefits as well. So I know a lot of us that suffer from maybe being depressed or discouraged, it's really great to be able to use a diffuser or even to put the oils in your hand and to breathe them in throughout the day. And that's really great for your emotions. It's a mood booster, and the aromatic benefits are awesome as well. Okay, so you might think to yourself, oh gosh, why am I going to use oils versus something else? And I'm thinking a lot about skincare here for our faces. So there's lots of products. I can go to Nordstrom and I can get a whole bunch of fancy makeup, fancy self-care cream, all kinds of stuff. But when it comes to what's in those products, I don't know. I don't know how safe they really are as far as their toxicity level. I'd have to investigate. But I'm guessing that a lot of the products that we see all over the counter or in the store, a lot of them have mysterious ingredients. Your first red box should be when you see the word fragrance, because that could be 1,000 different chemicals. You have no idea what you're actually consuming or putting on your face when the word fragrance appears. So with essential oils, you know that they are taken from a pure source, and they are plant-based, and they are clean, not toxic. They're also super powerful. A lot of times if you use things over the counter for like acne or whatever, you have to use it a lot. Continuous application. The oils are great because they're so powerful. You only need a little bit for a particular spot or for whatever you're using it for at the time. They're powerful, and you don't need 100 drops. You need a few drops because they're super powerful. Another thing is with using essential oils, it's cost effective because you're using fewer drops. So you won't have to, like when I buy the skincare line or I do different things with doTERRA, it's probably about 3 months before I have to resupply. So it's not something that you have to keep going back and purchasing all the time because it really does last. It goes a long way. And I appreciate that. So, and a final thing, it's a natural, for me, when I know that I'm putting healthy things on my face and I'm ingesting healthy things, I just feel better. I feel a little bit leery about some things that I'm using. My eyes are being more open to this since I started using doTERRA. I've been using doTERRA for about 2 years now. So I'm starting to broaden my mind a little bit and think about some things I'm using. I know Melanie, who's on the call tonight, she's talking last Tuesday about DIYs for dish soap. Well, I've been using Dawn forever. And I thought to myself, you know, you talk about using clean products, and Dawn's probably not one of them. And although I love Dawn, I'm actually going to ditch my Dawn and I'm going to use the non-toxic because I really feel like in the long run, it's really going to be worth it because I don't want that in my body, and I don't want that on my dishes. Okay, so what we're going to do primarily now is we're going to talk about essential oils and how they affect our skin, primarily our face. So it's really great to have a routine. Most women have a facial routine, I'm assuming, even if it's just splashing your face with cold water in the morning. My parents have a friend, and we visited with her, I don't know, a couple years ago, and I couldn't stop staring at her face, not because I was trying not to be rude, but her face literally looked like shoe leather. That's all. It looked terrible, and she wasn't that old, and I kept thinking, how did that happen? And my mom said, well, she must have never put an ounce of moisture on her face in her life. And I was like, I do not want to look like that ever when I'm older. So it's really good to, I don't know if she had a routine or not. It didn't look like it, but it's really important to have a good routine when you're doing your skincare. And essential oils are great because they cleanse and they purify your skin, and they can help to reduce blemishes and imperfection. And some oils work better in that category than others. And that's something that you kind of learn along the way. What oil should I use for this? What oil should I use for that? And it just promotes an overall healthy complexion. Like, since we've been on quarantine, and I know some of that's now letting up and we're able to go out a little bit now, I've really not put any makeup on at all. So it's been like 2 months makeup free. And I'm kind of loving it. I feel like because I've been using my oils and my skincare, I feel like my skin has been super soft, softer than ever. And I do have some blemishes on my skin, but I realize those can only be taken away with laser surgery because they're broken capillaries. There's nothing I can do about them unless I went to the dermatologist. But for the rest of my face, I feel like some of my scarring has gone away. I feel really good about it. So this is a really great, I love this particular graphic because everybody has different skin. And so when you're talking about your face and skincare, sometimes you may not even know where to start. Sometimes I know that in the winter, my skin can become drier than it is in the spring and summer. It becomes a little bit more oily. So all of our skin is different. So different oils are for different skin. And like I said, you can try all of these oils. One of the oils that's really well known for its cleansing properties is bergamot. I don't know if you say bergamot or bergamot. I don't know, I'm probably saying that incorrectly, but that one. That's really good for cleansing. And your lavender, obviously I love lavender. Lavender is really good for soothing. It's a good soother across the board. I'm talking across the board. And as far as nurturing your skin, frankincense, amazing, and patchouli. Those are the two that across the board are really good for that. So this is a great chart to look at when you see your kind of skin and what kind of oils. You're saying, okay, so what do I do? Just throw the oils on my face? No, you don't do that. So let me show you what to do. One of the really great things is, as a barrier cream that you want to use, is fractionated coconut oil. I know that me personally, I have super duper sensitive skin, and so does my son, and he suffers from eczema. So we have a lot of different skin issues in our family. So this is a topic near and dear to my heart because I don't like to see my child suffer when he's got stuff going on in his face, his hands, his body. It's tough. But I know one thing, if you have sensitive skin, or if you don't know if you have sensitive skin, you definitely want to use a barrier cream or a carrier oil. And you don't have to use fractionated coconut oil. You can use jojoba oil, or there's lots of different oils out there you could choose. But I really love doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil. It's not greasy. It goes in really well with your skin, and I think it's awesome for sensitive skin. So sometimes what I do, especially with children too, children have really sensitive skin as well. So I always would do like a test patch first to see how someone might react to a particular kind of oil. And upon discovery, I realize now that you have to also be careful when you use some oils on your skin that are going to be exposed to sunlight or UV rays, especially citrus oils. And I found that out. I didn't realize it right away, but last summer, I think I used the Cheer stick. It's a blend that doTERRA has. It's called Cheer. And I kind of use it as a perfume sometimes. And I wasn't really even thinking, but we were getting ready to go to the beach, and I just put it on the back of my neck. Well, when I got home later that evening, I had burn marks on the back of my neck and where the sun had hit that. And I didn't know what that was. Thinking back now, that's exactly what that was. It was one of the oils. I need to be careful when I'm using certain oils that I don't do it if I'm going out to the beach. And those are mostly your citrus oils. And there's a few others. I have a slide coming up that's going to show you some of those oils. But there's also some oils that are considered to be hot oils, and they're really potent, like cassia and cinnamon and clove. They're listed for you there. Those you probably want to always dilute. And what I mean by dilute is you can put a little bit of fractionated coconut oil right in your hand, a couple drops of the oil that you're using, and you can use it on your skin. If you want to use it on your face, you can. If you want to use it on your legs. I actually have hardly been using lotion at all anymore. I actually go to my coconut oil because I love it so. I actually use it after I shave my legs. So after I shave my legs and get out of the shower, I have the coconut oil in a pump. I do like 2 pumps in my hand, and then I'll take lavender, or I'll take Aroma Touch, or I don't know, whatever. And I'll put a couple drops in, and I actually do my legs with that. And that's been really great. Last year, I think I tried the cypress. It was an oil that they were promoting last year. And I did not have one mosquito sniff my leg. And I bought Terra Shield. I bought their bug repellent and everything. And I was all ready on the soccer fields. I was ready to use it in front of everyone and show, to use it. Cypress, it took away all those bugs. Not one sniffed my leg. So that was a benefit as well, using that too. So here is my slide, if you can see that. And these are some different blends that you just have to be careful because they are photosensitive. So as you can see, the single blends down below, it's mostly going to be your citrus oils. But I don't think a lot of us put citrus oils on our face, so it's kind of rare. But if you want to use those, use them at night before you go to bed, and then by morning it's over. You don't have to really worry about it too much. There's several blends though. You just have to pay attention to what you're using. So now what I'm going to talk about is some of the skincare products. It just takes the guesswork out of everything. You don't have to think about mixing any magic potions or putting some different things together. doTERRA has a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful skin line. And the more I use it, the more I love it. And I don't really need anything from the Nordstrom makeup counter. I don't need that anymore, especially for my skincare, because I just love doTERRA's so much. So they have a couple different lines. They have the Virage line. They have the HD Clear line. Those are the 2 lines that you're seeing in the graphic. The Virage line, there's 4 of them there, and the HD Clear line. They also have the Essential Skincare line, not shown here, but that's another line of products that they have they have the same kind of things. And of course, doTERRA also has a spa line. So I'm gonna camp here for a minute and kind of highlight a few of these lines for you. So I'm gonna stop, my slides are gonna stop here for a minute while I just talk to you. So the Virage line, there are 4 different things in the Virage line, and you can see it on the slide. They have a cleanser, and the cleanser that you see there, I've actually been using that all winter because my face tends to be, I don't know, I actually vary. I don't use any one product. I kind of mix and match the different products for what I need for my face. And you do that kind of a little bit by trial and error, but again, you know what kind of skin you have. So the Virage one is actually a little bit more, it's a little bit more runny, a little bit more oily. And that's really nice. It doesn't have a big foamy lather. It just is, it's kind of simple to wash off. And I've really been enjoying that. That actually has wild orange and basil, and it has tea tree oil in it. The toner, I got to highlight the toner. I got to give a shout out to my toner because I don't know if you guys have this or not. I'm sure that you do, some of you. This, I don't know. I love it so much. I love it because it sprays. I can spray my face. And sometimes in the morning when I don't feel like splashing my face with cold water or getting out a rag, I just wake up in the morning and I just spray this on my face. And I also spray this after I do a workout and I'm sweating like a pig and I feel yuck. I'll come upstairs and I'll just spray and refresh my face. And it is so magical. Like I can't rave enough about this. I just love it. It's easy to use and you get quite a bit of it, and it lasts for a really long time. It has ylang ylang in it, which is for soothing. It's got coriander and cypress in it, which is great for toning your skin. It has palmarosa, which is one of our special oils this year. I think it was the month of February. And that's really good for reviving your skin and giving your skin balance. And then it also has aloe in it and witch hazel, which is good for calming. So love, love, love that product. They also have the moisturizer, and the other product that I really like from this line that I just can't also get enough of is the hydrating serum. This stuff, I feel like I call this my liquid gold because when I put it on my skin, I feel like I'm glowing. All of the things in here are so rich and so wonderful for your skin and moisturizing that your face soaks it up and you look amazing. Some of the oils that are in this are frankincense, lavender, myrrh, and rose. So some of our most costly oils are in this little bottle, and it is just amazing for your face. And really, it just takes, it's also in a pump. So it really only takes like 1 squirt. You don't have to use a truckload. Just 1 squirt does it. And sometimes, and like I say, I mix and match what I do, but sometimes I do that one before night when I totally cleanse my face and I'm finished. I put that on my face to finish off the evening. It's delightful. It smells good too. Okay, so the HD clear line that you see here, this is probably one that I would recommend for teens, or maybe if you have acne prone skin. My boys use this one. They have the cleanser pump. It's a pump. It kind of comes out like a foam, like hand wash. And it's really nice. They keep it in their shower. And then Max, my oldest, who has the skin issues, he really loves the lotion. It does hydrate his face. And then of course the stick, or the touch stick, is for blemishes that they might have too. So that's really great for that kind of skin. And then the last line that I wanted to highlight was the Essential skin line. Now the difference between the cleanser for the Virage versus the cleanser and the Essential skincare is the Essential skincare, that is actually in a tube, and that is more, it's thicker, and it kind of, when you put it on, it gives you a frothy, foamy. That's the one that's really gonna foam up, and that's nice too. I use that as well. So I've used it, I love it, it smells amazing, and it cleanses. So it just depends on what you like. Do you like foamy, or do you like more liquidy? So you can test them out, but amazing products. One of the products that I love from the particular line, the Essential skin line, is their hydrating cream. I like it too. Sometimes I use this in the morning, like I use the hydrating serum at night from the Virage line, and in the morning I use the hydrating cream. Or if my face just feels dry during the day, I put some more on. And my other really favorite product too is, it's not part of the line, but it is part of the line, but it's not together in a kit or grouping, it's separate, is this little wand here for anti-aging eye cream. So what I love about it is the fact that it has a little ball on the end. So it's like a stainless steel ball that moves. So when you're doing it, you just kind of pump it, and you can get all around the eye area. And I was told once, you don't just want to do where your wrinkles are, you also want to do like around your eyebrow, because our face sags and the moisture goes down. So you want to make sure you're also getting above your eyebrow, because that's going to help for the lid and the upper part of your eye, and not just get all this spot here. Okay, that was a little tip. That was free. It's all free. Okay, so let's move on to, you might have some other questions about the skin line, skincare. We can save those for the end. I might want to add 2 real quick before we move on to hair. I went a little too fast. I'll go back. Hold on, I'll go back. All right. The spa line is great too. I didn't mention the spa line. I don't want to, I don't want to not mention the spa line, because the spa line is pretty amazing. The spa line has your mud mask, your body wash, your bath bars, your lotion, your body scrubs, your lip balm, etc., etc. It's fantastic. doTERRA has everything packaged wonderfully, and they're all infused with essential oils, clean products. One product that I really have started, I love, is the body lotion, the unscented, because I can make it smell like whatever I want. And if I'm not in the mood to do the oil, I use the fractionated coconut oil and lavender on my legs mostly after I've shaved. But when I use my upper body after the shower, or my arms, I like to use the cream. That's just me, I like cream. So what I've been doing lately is I've been putting a little bit of cream in the palm of my hand, and then I've been adding whatever oil I want. You can put in some passion. You can put in some lavender. You can put in whatever you want to smell like. And I just rub that all over. So it's not only moisturizing, but I'm getting the benefit of using the oils with it. So I love that it's not scented, and I can make it smell like whatever I want. So that's great. And then of course I love the lip balm. You can't go wrong with a lip balm. So they just have a lot of great products. So if you've never ever tried any of those products, you're missing out. Okay, so let's move on to hair. So the next topic I wanted to touch briefly on is essential oils and hair care. These are some of the oils that really are really great for your scalp and really great for your hair. So we got geranium and rosemary, clary sage, ylang ylang, jasmine, sandalwood, melaleuca or tea tree, peppermint, and Roman chamomile. So these are the kind of oils that you want to use for your hair care. And what I've been doing lately is I have been actually adding the oils to my shampoo. So that's a great way to, I mean, the doTERRA shampoo has oils in it anyway. It has the peppermint and, let me look here at my notes here. Yeah, the shampoo has the wild orange and the lime. The conditioner has peppermint in it. But what I do is I put the the shampoo in my hand, and I put rosemary. I use rosemary. I've been doing that for a couple months, and I actually have seen in the top of my hair growth. So it promotes hair growth. So that's exciting. I don't know if from pulling my hair back so much when I was a teenager, or always having it up doing sports, if I've pulled so much that, you know, you get some patches in your top of your head that start to thin out as you get older. At least that's what I'm finding. And I don't want that. So I've been using extra oils in my shampoo to help with that. So that's a great way to use your oils. You can also put oils in like a water bottle, a spray bottle, and like spritz your hair. I can imagine, I haven't done this before, but I can imagine doing it maybe after you get out of the pool with the chlorine, or off the beach, that you could make up some different ones of those oils that will help your scalp and make your hair smell good too. So we want to use oils that are going to help promote healthy hair and healthy scalp. So of course, doTERRA is very smart, and they have some Salon Essentials. So they've got their shampoo, which is really great for any kind of hair, even if you have colored hair or highlighted hair. It's not going to hurt your color. The conditioner is really great. Love it. They have the pictures that you see there on the slide are what they have in their complete line. They have a glaze, and they have a serum for your hair as well. Let me go back. Hold on. All right. Going too fast. So we've got the shampoo. The shampoo is great. Like I mentioned before, it has the wild orange oil in it, and it has the lime. And then on top of that, you can add one of the oils that I had that are good for healthy skin and your scalp, and you can add those. The conditioner is nice too because it has your lavender and your peppermint, cedarwood, and rosemary. So if I had to pick between the shampoo and the conditioner, I think the one I couldn't live without would be the conditioner. It's amazing. Doesn't make my hair feel greasy after. It smells so good. It helps my hair to detangle with ease. So if you have children, girls with long hair, I can remember as a child being petrified of getting out of the shower because my hair was like a rat's nest. And I would dread my mom combing out my hair, and it took even longer to blow dry. So I feel that. So I'm all over the conditioner. I love that. I also love the root to tip serum. I use this if I feel like after being in the sun, especially in the summer, when you're in chlorine pool, when you're at the beach, or when your hair is just exposed to the sun a lot, I feel like this is something really great that you need to refresh your hair and give it some life back. You might have a lot of split ends or deadness from just, environment. So I have made the mistake of putting too much of this on, and then my hair feels like a grease ball. I don't want that. So really just one pump goes a long way. And I just actually flip my head upside down, and I start from my roots and I work it all the way up, and I get to the very tip of my hair, and then let it sit in there for a little while. And then sometimes I just let it air dry, or if I've got to blow dry my hair because I'm going somewhere, my hair just feels so silky. It just feels so soft and feels good. So I love it. Okay, our mouth. Oral health is so important. And like I said, tomorrow I'm seeing the dentist, and I hope that I get at least a B on my report. I was using one of those spinning toothbrushes, those ones that are, not the most expensive, but the medium kind. And it really just hurt my gums. So I went back to the old fashioned way, and I don't think it cleaned well. So I might be in trouble tomorrow. I'm hoping not. Okay, so let's talk about some oils that are really great for our mouth. Why is it important to use oils in your mouth? Well, your mouth is the one place that everything goes in. So that's why we have to cover our face here with COVID-19, because what we breathe in and push out, there's all kinds of stuff in your mouth, bacteria, all kinds of junk and stuff that's microscopic. So we definitely want to take care of that. So it's really important to clean your teeth really well, clean your gums, and clean your mouth. And I'm sure everyone brushes their teeth at least once a day. I hope you do. But there are some other things that you could ramp up your routine a bit if you really want to practice some good self-care with your mouth. Fresh breath. I mean, in the morning when I've, kissed Marcus sometimes in the morning, he'll look at me and go, ugh, like, whoops. I'm so sorry. I didn't think about it. So yeah, fresh breath's a good thing to have. And of course, we all want to have healthy teeth and a healthy mouth. So after your baby teeth come out, these are the only pearlies you're gonna get unless you end up getting dentures. So we obviously need to know how to take care of our teeth or we're gonna be in a heap of trouble as we get older. So this slide is gonna recommend the best oils that you can use for your mouth. So you can probably look at those and say, oh, yep, I can see that. Oh, I taste cinnamon. Oh, peppermint. Some of these are no-brainers, but some of these oils you may not have considered as really essential for good oral hygiene. So let's take a look at that list there. So doTERRA has some really great toothpaste, and I've been using it. It's a natural whitening toothpaste. And the toothpaste has your On Guard in it. This is part of our On Guard, our whole series that we have of products with On Guard. And that is probably one of our most coveted oils right now, everything On Guard, because it's our virus protection. It really does. It cuts down on germs, it cuts down on viruses. And of course, your mouth is full of that. So it's really great to use that, the On Guard. Peppermint beadlets are great too. I don't have them right now, but I've used them in the past. They're just really little tiny beads that have a little shot of peppermint in them, and you can just bite on them and your whole mouth feels exotic. You feel like you've just crunched a peppermint patty, but it's way better. Super, super cooling, super fresh. And if you have a stomach ache too, it's really good for that as well. But the toothpaste, here's a picture of some different products that doTERRA has, and you see the peppermint beadlets there. They now have a mouthwash, so that's kind of nice. So that has a really cinnamon clove. It's really delicious, to be honest. And you just use the cap that's right there, and you can use the cap or a Dixie cup or shot glass or whatever. Have that in your bathroom as well. And that's also part of the On Guard, our On Guard products. So you can see those there. And it's all fluoride free, and it whitens your teeth, and it's just a great way to keep your mouth fresh, clean, and it helps to cut back on just whatever kind of crud's going on in there. Okay, the next couple slides I have probably will show up in the ebook, but I'll just run through them for you if you like. Obviously, we can also use oils in a fantastic way for our own self-care. We can make up our own products. And these are nice because you can make them for yourself, or these are great as gifts. So, and you can flavor it up however you want to. This recipe here is the lime ginger brown sugar scrub. I know that Stephanie makes a lot of different sugar scrubs. She's probably got a lot of really great recipes for that. So if you want to take the time to make your own, hey, fantastic. It's great. And it shows you some different oils that you can do for that. And that's good for your arms and your legs and your feet. And I'm seriously considering something because the lady who does my feet, my nail and feet girl, my pedicure specialist, they're still not open yet. So I don't know when they're going to open, but I'm starting to want to wear my flip-flops out in public. So I think I need my feet done. I may have to do my own. I don't really want to, but I might have to. Okay, here is a geranium hair mask. Again, we do a lot of damage to our hair. I think I did more damage to my hair in the 80s and early 90s when I got perms all the time. Yeah, that was bad. But we all did that. We all did that back then. And my mom had this miracle cure where she would actually get mayonnaise, and we do a mayonnaise treatment. I don't know if anybody ever did a mayonnaise treatment, but you put mayonnaise all in our hair. It'll be a whole day. We put a plastic wrap around our head, 45 minutes, sit and smell like we're getting mayonnaise. Well, it did work, but it didn't. Who wants to smell like a head of mayonnaise? But anyway, here's a geranium hair mask. Eggs, honey, olive oil, geranium. It actually sounds delightful. So this would be something you'd want to do if your hair is just in bad shape, you know. Trust me, after the summer, our hair is not at the best. All the sun exposure, chlorine pool, if you color your hair, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. These three I actually really like. So I'm going to be doing these. So I love how they have their whole little system there with the mouthwash, and you know, they have their trays. I need to get some cool trays by my sink. But here are a couple different mouthwash ideas, and I actually have a couple shot glasses, and I keep those around in my bathroom. So in the evening, if I want to just do a little shot with some spearmint, I do that. I've actually been putting spearmint on my toothbrush with my toothpaste when I've been brushing my teeth, and I like that. I hadn't tried that before, and I was like, wow, I do that more often than I think because my mouth feels so fresh afterwards. So those are some different ideas for that. And then finally, we just, in general, we need to tack it to the wall, note to self, that taking time to care for yourself, it's not selfish, it's necessary to maintain your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. We just have to make time. We have to take baby steps and try different things and use our oils and be confident that what we're using on our face and in our body, it's not toxic, it's pure, it's clean, and it's doing more than just cleaning our face. It's actually has health benefits that go even beyond that. So that's what I wanted to share tonight. So now it's time for questions, if you have any. If you wanted to, if you want to unmute yourself, you can. Hold on. I'll unmute you, and you can keep yourself muted if you don't want to say anything. So I haven't been paying attention to the chat or anything, but that's kind of what I wanted to share tonight. A little bit about the skin, and a little bit about our hair, and a little bit about our mouth, and how we can just do those simple steps for our own self-care. So, and self-care is many other things besides just those three things. But that was kind of my focus tonight, because I think, you know, sometimes, especially if you are a doTERRA member, you know how valuable all the products that doTERRA has, how valuable they are, and how well they work. And, you know, sometimes we forget about things that aren't necessarily oils. We forget about the cream. You know, we've been using, I don't know, oil of Olay our whole life, and we forgot, oh yeah, doTERRA has a cream, and it's probably better than oil of Olay. And it's non-toxic, and I can add my oils to it, and I can get an extra benefit. But we forget that, you know, that doTERRA has that. So it kind of takes the guesswork out of it. If you're not a DIY person, or even if you are a DIY person, I am and I'm not. I do things when I can, because, you know, I like to experiment with different oils, and sometimes using the oils, I do feel like a bit of a scientist, even though I'm not. I feel like I do different experiments to check and see what things work, what I like. So use some of the oils that I on this different screens that said were for specific uses, and try them. Most of you will probably be attracted to smells that you like, obviously. But there are actually some oils that I didn't think I'd ever really like. But I think the more that I use doTERRA oils, the more I like them. I didn't think I'd like so many woodsy, earthy smells. But you know what? It's growing on me. I actually really like them. I do. So does anybody have anything to say, or want to say hello, or I don't know, anything?
Nikki, this was great info. Thank you so much. I love especially the oral health stuff, because so much from the health of our gums affects our cardiovascular, and they're just linking all of that to it. And to be able to have oftentimes we forget self-care is skin, mouth, hair, body, right? Because it protects all of our body systems. Yeah. And there's so many things that we need to detox from. One of the things is, so that's able to download. Do you have that one?
You were breaking up a little bit. I couldn't hear you.
Sorry. Do you have the Think Dirty app?
I do. I have another one too, where you can actually put this SKU up. The one that you can actually put on the product in the store and look at. Because I didn't mention this before, but I have a little bit of a precancerous grouping here on my lip. I lived in a South American country for 6 years. So in the, you know, late 80s, when everybody sunbathed with baby oil on and nothing else. So I guess I'm passionate about the skincare so much because I really, really damaged my skin. And I know that coming down the line, I'm expecting I'll have some kind of cancer on my face. My dad has had several pieces cut out of his nose. And I'm like, I'm trying to stop that from happening. And I feel like if I take a proactive approach right now, when I'm in my mid 40s, when I'm in my 60s, the doctor's not going to say, oh, we got to take that off. We got to take that off. That's not good, you know, because I didn't know better. But now I do.
Absolutely.
So using these oils and this kind of a regimen that I do consistently, I really feel the change in my face. And what you were saying about the oral care too, I didn't mention that when I was in college, I didn't know I had a heart murmur. So I actually went to the doctor, and they had a sonogram. I saw my heart on a sonogram machine, and one of the little flaps clicks like every 3 times. And it was nothing super concerning, but they told me that I was going to have to take aspirin or ibuprofen before I would go to the dentist, because when the dentist cleans your teeth, of course, they're stirring up all that stuff in your mouth, and it's going to go right down, and that could affect your heart. So I was like, oh my word.
I know.
That's scary. Of course, now they say you don't have to do that anymore. But I'm just thinking in general with our oral health and the care in our mouth, that stuff just, you don't know what's going on down there. And if you are careful with tending to that more than just a quick brush, I think in the long run, I'm thinking long term, that's going to be, you're protecting your body and like you said, your heart, your organs, and, everything.
Absolutely. Great information. Thank you for sharing that.
So yeah, it was fun. I'm glad the PowerPoint worked.
It was great. Great.
Oh, I was nervous.
Thank you very much.
So yes, thank you everyone for listening to my my chat tonight, and I hope it was helpful. And I hope you got some new ideas for something you might want to try in the future. So, anybody else have any questions before I say goodnight? Wow, I even have some time to spare. I hope I didn't talk too fast. I was trying to get it all in. I hope it wasn't too fast for y'all. And in the chat, I'm sure that the questions were pretty much answered. So anyway, let's see, a couple messages. So thanks, guys. So Chantel, she's doing a class next week on breast health. So we all need to be on that because we all have boobies. We gotta get on that. We gotta figure out how to take care of the tatas, and I know Chantel's gonna do a great job. So I'm really looking forward to that. So, okay, last chance before I turn it off. Okay, guys, thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Great job. Thank you, Nikki.
Thanks, Melanie.
Good night,
Thank you,
everybody.
Nikki.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good out, girl. Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, night.